Greetings everybody from Dick's Sporting Goods Park in Commerce City, Colorado. This is your recap on SoundersFC.com and I'm Arlo White. A bittersweet evening for the Seattle Sounders FC. Yes, their first shutout of the season, that was terrific. And a first road victory of the season, that was even better. 3 points against the defending MLS Cup champions. But I think the thoughts of everybody in Sounders land over this weekend are with Steve Zakawani, the stricken winger who was injured, a broken tibia and fibula operated upon in Denver this evening after a challenge, a quite horrendous challenge from Brian Mullen, who was red carded in the 4th minute of the game. Let's get to the lineups then for this afternoon's game here at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. There's the Seattle Sounders. Tyson Wall in at left-back for Leo Gonzalez. Patrick Ianni restored as centre-back alongside John Kennedy Hurtado. And Fredy Montero returned to the starting lineup. What about the defending MLS Cup champions, the Colorado Rapids? Well, all the talk in the lead-up to the game, would Pablo Mastroeni be fit? Yes, he was, the former US national team captain, and he played particularly well on the evening as well. To the highlights then, and this was the awful moment really. Brian Mullen with this challenge on Steve Zakawani in just the 4th minute of the game. Silviu Petrescu with no hesitation whatsoever in brandishing the red card. Brian Mullen is an experienced player. He's won 5 MLS Cup championships. He used to play for Ziggy Schmidt at the LA Galaxy, and he was given his marching orders, and that was the absolutely correct decision by Silviu Petrescu. I wonder if MLS might look at this to lengthen Brian Mullen's ban. Steve Zakawani taken off on a stretcher, and he had to go past the Sounders fans who were grouped in the corner, who were singing Steve Zakawani songs then and for a few moments afterwards. So we wish Steve Zakawani well in his recovery. The Seattle Sounders do have the best training staff in MLS. They won the award last season, so he's in very, very good hands. So the game went on against the 10 men of the Colorado Rapids. The Rapids had a good period of possession, but what about this for a breakaway from the Sounders? O'Brien White involved inside Tamaro Rosales. Rosales spotted over his left shoulder, Fredy Montero, and Montero finishes for his first goal since August 2010. You'll look at the replay, perhaps it was straighter than he intended, but that dumbfounded Matt Pickens. It went through his legs for a 1-0 lead for the Seattle Sounders. On to the second half then, and the Colorado Rapids are not champions for nothing, you know. With only 10 men, they held the ball very well and they had their chances, albeit from distance. And Casey Keller was tested a couple of times. Jeff Lorenowitz with one of their strikes, left-footed from distance. They didn't really see the whites of Keller's eyes, though, throughout the whole game. Despite going 3 at the back, playing 5 in midfield with the dangerous Cummings and Foden up front, Seattle managed to see the game out to keep a clean sheet and win by a 1-0. They could have doubled their advantage late on in the game. Look at this for a long throw out from Casey Keller. Fredy Montero on the left-hand side. He sees an advance in Ozzy Alonso. Alonso shot, though, left-footed over the bar, and it was 1-0. Silviu Petrescu blowing the whistle, which signalled 3 points for the Sounders, so they go on to 9 points. They're unbeaten in 5 games. That's the longest current streak in Major League Soccer. 2 wins and 3 draws in that. So a great night on the field, but our thoughts, as I said at the start of this recap, are with Steve Zakawani. We move on to Toronto FC, Quest Field, Saturday night. Do join us for that. It should be a fantastic occasion. The only home game the Sounders have sandwiched in between these 4 road games in Major League Soccer. That was your recap on SoundersFC.com from Dick's Sporting Goods Park in Commerce City, Colorado. I'm Arlo White, and I'll talk to you soon.